Happy Pride Month again, book lovers! It's me, your favorite book-loving homosexual. Actually, I don't know about the favorite part, but I am a book-loving homosexual, and you all know that. And anyway, welcome to another book review for 2021. And this time, I will be reviewing Red Skies Falling by Alex London, or Alexander London, because that is his Instagram handle. Anyway, so as you guys might have noticed, currently I am reading a book series, and the name of the book series is Skybound Saga, not trilogy. Yeah, it's Skybound Saga. And this book is the second one in this series. Actually, it's considered a trilogy, but the author considers it as a saga. I don't know if there's going to be another set of books that is related to this world, but the author calls it a saga, so let's call it that way. So anyway, I don't know if I have mentioned last video about the twins, because I don't think I mentioned or detailed about their characters. So let's wind up a little bit and go back to the twins. So this story in this book continues the views of the twins, Kylie and Bryson. And I'm so sorry, guys, because I don't know their last names. I mean, I might have read them during the first book, and I don't remember what their last names are. Sorry. So anyway, during the first book, Bryson and Kylie were separated because of certain circumstances. Okay, I'm just going to say it. They were separated because Kylie has this hidden ability of being able to talk to birds. And by that, I mean, she has this innate ability, or she has this gift of speaking a special language that is considered already dead by most. It's called the hollow tongue. It's the language of the birds, because if you can speak the hollow tongue, you can command the birds, any bird that you like. And by using the hollow tongue, Kylie was able to command a mythical bird called the ghost eagle. So during the first book, when they were able to capture the ghost eagle, Kylie was the only one who was able to command it. I mean, there is another girl who has this special ability as well, who knows how to speak the hollow tongue as well. But the problem with that girl is that she cannot command, or she doesn't know how to get along with the ghost eagle as well. So they separated, I mean, Bryson and Kylie separated during the first book because Kylie has to go to the Sky Castle for her to train. And by train, it means mastering the hollow tongue itself. And her tutor is one of the owl mothers. Actually, the leader of the owl mothers. So anyway, enough of that backstory of the first book, because I'm so sorry I wasn't able to fill you guys in regarding that. So, on to the second book. I must be honest with you guys, because during the first pages of this book, it made me really snoozy. It just kept on dragging on and on and on. And not because it lacks story, but it's completely full of politics, of political games. And that, my dearies, is one of the things that could get me to sleep immediately. I mean, other than lavenders and chamomile, talking about politics or reading about politics just bores the hell out of me. So I almost put this book down and just told myself, you know what, I'm done with this. But I pushed myself to finish the book past 100 pages. And that's a tip for you guys, because you have to read past the 100 pages for you to actually enjoy a book. Because once you pass that number, trust me, everything will be a lot more interesting. And it did. So, one of the things that happened during the first book is that Bryson was betrayed by his boyfriend. And I hope by this time you guys have read the first book already. So, because that's a spoiler alert for you guys. So yes, Bryson's boyfriend in the first book betrayed him because his ex-boyfriend, rather, was considered royalty, I guess. He is a part of these powerful families, actually. And then he got disowned by his family and got to live in the slums. Basically where Bryson was. And since he got really tired of living that kind of life, he did some things that betrayed Bryson. And he just basically played with his heart, his emotions. Ugh. Which is kind of despicable if you're going to ask me. Toying with someone's emotions just so you could get to your goal is completely despicable. Anyway, going back to the story in this book. Kylie was training up in the Sky Castle, basically where most of the most powerful families in this world live. While Kylie was training there, Bryson was staying in their village, home village, and just living the best of his life, as you say it. But then again, an incident happened where Bryson found out that he himself has this special ability that Kylie has as well. And that means he can speak the hollow tongue. However, there's a difference between Kylie's ability and Bryson's ability. Kylie's way of speaking the hollow tongue is a little bit of commandeering, I guess. She commands them to attack, to be on the offensive, and basically defensive as well. But with Bryson, his ability to speak the hollow tongue lies with healing. He can heal a very injured bird. And by very injured, I mean wings detached from the bird, beak broken off, its head slashed off. He can heal them immediately just by speaking the hollow tongue. And what's more interesting is that he can bring back dead birds alive. So, which actually happened to his beloved bird, Shara. So when an incident happened where Shara was killed by one of their adversaries, Bryson was just so shocked. He cradled Shara in his arms like a baby, and he spoke a word that he heard his sister speaking one time. And when he spoke that word, he felt Shara, the dead body of Shara, wriggling. And when he looked at Shara, her body was completely healed. She was ruffling her feathers, trying to get up, trying to get away from Bryson's hands. and she was completely happy. But the thing is, a little change happened in Shara. She was not as obedient as she was before she was killed. So that's actually an interesting event. So going forward, Bryson's and Kylie's village, or Bryson's and Kylie's side, and their adversaries eventually clashed, starting a war between the two. And this is where the end of the story is happening in the book already. And a lot of plot twists came here. I don't want to tell you guys what actually happened at the end of the book, because there is a cliffhanger there, and I am going to be spoiling you if I told you guys. So anyway, there are a lot of plot twists there, and what I'm just going to say is that the leader of their adversaries died eventually, and the ghost eagle that Kylie was able to command died as well. And yeah, so things happened there, and Bryson did something. And if you're going to go back to what I have said earlier, that's what he did. So that's what I'm going to say. One of the things that I like about this book is that Bryson finally has a love interest. And oh my god, during the time when Bryson was in their village, the two of them kept on flirting with each other. Actually, that's one of the highlights of this book for me, because it lacked the feeling of me getting butterflies in my stomach whenever I read Bryson's love interest or love life in the first book. In the second book, it made up for that. So there's a lot of flirting between Bryson and his newfound love interest. And yeah, they eventually got together. So before they got together, yeah, they were bantering with each other, and by bantering I mean the other guy, I'm not going to say his name, kept on giving hints to Bryson, and since Bryson doesn't want to have his heart broken all over again, he just kept his distance from the guy for a while. But things happened and they did it. They did it. They did it. Oh my god. Oh my god. And the other guy is really sexy. One thing I'm going to say about that guy is that he is unnaturally white. Like, more than pale white. Really white. One of the highlights in this book is that I think it's been confirmed that Kylie is an aromantic asexual as well. Because there has been a lot of hints here that she doesn't swing that way. And there are incidences here when a lot of boys tried flirting with Kylie, but it doesn't affect her. So that's one of her strengths, actually, being an arrow ace. Child, no one can seduce her, so no one can control her. With all of these said, I'm going to give this book 8 out of 10 stars as well, just like the first one. Actually, when I started reading this, it started at 8 and stayed there. It didn't go up, it didn't go down, it just stayed at 8. complete solid 8 stars. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this little book review of Red Skies Falling by Alex London. And if you did or did not, please do put your thoughts in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up and do follow me on my Instagram, book Twitter, and book talk with the same handle at Raimskie Reads. And no guys, I don't have a Facebook page and I'm not planning on opening one because those 3 accounts are enough. Okay? So yeah. Again, this is Raimskie asking you guys to please hunt, discover, and read those queer books. Queer